What that means, it's time to sit here and chat. I got the battery charged up tonight, and the internet, everything, it's been on for a few hours, so it should be all updated and everything else. So hopefully it doesn't give us any issues. So it's been a hot one here. Yesterday we went and took Squirrel for her birthday. Yesterday was her birthday. She's 17 now. Yay! Yep, I'm using the tablet, so I don't have the chat up to see who's all here. But hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Trying to cool the shop off. It's nice and cool outside. Hey, Iron Man, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you again. Can't wait until we get to see each other in person again. I'm ready for a road trip. I don't know about you. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I will tell her, Iron Man. Nice to see you on here again. You've sure been missed. Well, there's been a few times you've been asked about, so. Oh, yep. Nope, we trying to cool it off in here tonight. It's cool outside. I got the windows open. Trying to cool the shop off. Fighting with the kids all day. I've been out here. Wanted to work on the Ford today and put that motor in, but you can see it's still there because this morning about 5:30 we had heavy rain and hail, and evidently I got most of it because it's still a greasy mess out there. So yep, we didn't get to work on that. Got parts for the 454. I was planning to get the Ford out of here and then finish up the 454, get that out of here this week, and yeah, I'm not sure how this week's going to play out. Trying to, a lot of you guys like, don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Well, I'm trying not to. I will be done with Fords once this one's done, Mike. And I'm not sure how things are going to work out. It's getting really, really tough. Well, it's not getting, it's gotten really tough, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know. And hey Jason, how you doing? Trying to hang in there, trying to get stuff done. Trying to decide what I'm going to have to do here for now. It's not going to be good, no matter what I do. We're going to lose something, one way or another. It hasn't worked out like it's supposed to. Anyway, who cares? Yep, the Ford parts pile is getting smaller. Want the 454 out, but coming after tomorrow, I might be running on a generator out here. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's all going to go on. Had a plan. That's what I'm learning. Every time I plan something, it goes. I'm not planning any. I'm just going to go as I hear. So, yeah, Mama Bear, she might be napping on us. She had another long day today. But yeah, just kind of been hanging out here at the farm today. Didn't want to be in the house, and really wanted to get this Ford out. I guess I could have threw it in the back of the truck. That would have been kind of like installing it. Would have ran about the same, right? I know I give Fords crap, but I've owned a few of them myself. It's got. No, I don't want any more Fords there, Camper Mike. So, Iron Man, how you feeling, doing? What's all exciting and new in your world? I'm ready. I'm ready for a road trip. All right, That's good. That's good, Iron Man. Yeah, I think I find. I finally got over that. I ain't hacking up my lungs or anything. I don't know what the heck I had a hold of me, but it... Yeah. Well, 2 nights ago I was coming down the stairs at the house, and I felt my right knee go... I don't think I'm going to do cortisone shots this time. I'm done with those. After the last time you gave me those shots, I'm done. I'll just figure out how to... Hey, Casey, how you doing? Excuse me. So, yeah. I don't know. I know you guys that are in here. Oh, cool, Iron Man. That'll be fun for you. Yeah, I just don't know what's going to happen here, guys. Mike, if you think you had one of those, you shouldn't be sitting there. You should be at the dang doctor getting checked out. Yeah, I know you don't like them, but... Oh, cool. That's a good one. Get it running, get it sold. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Jason, it's kind of getting I don't know. I've been sitting here thinking today too. I'm dead in the water. I am literally dead in the water here. Yeah, but your dad's stubbornness ran out too, Mike. Yeah, it ran out too. Nice, yeah. I don't know. There might be a back off of videos because I literally can't finish anything around here. I'm dead in the water. I had some stuff planned and Mike, you shouldn't be sitting here talking. You should be you're messing around with fire there, buddy. Oh, cool, Iron Man. Well, I take it was a simple fix then, huh? That's cool. Two-stroker. Oh, that's cool. I'll bring my dirty trucks over and let you wash them too. Skeeter fogger. Hey, got to keep those mosquitoes away. They're getting big this year. I haven't turned that dang thing down tonight. Yeah, I finally got a bottle of insulin yesterday. Feeling better. I did find a pen, so I did stretch that out, and then I picked up a bottle yesterday. Hey, Greg. Yeah, there's plenty of vehicles out there that can kill a bunch of bugs. I'm feeling better, but I'm not feeling better there, Jason. My stomach's been a mess. Every time I eat, I feel like I'm getting sick. I guess I'm worrying about stuff too much, but because I'm trying to keep going here, but unfortunately, after tomorrow, you guys may not see me for a while. It's out of my control. Things ain't going like they're supposed to, and oh wow, that'd be cool, Casey. I come out here, all my projects I got started, I can't even finish now. What's up tomorrow? I'm supposed to have the electric bill out here at the farm paid, King. Cell phone shuts off at midnight tonight. It's just... I'm just pretty much done for. I've been trying to stretch it out, trying to get another motor sold. I can't get anybody to buy the 2 motors I've got done. I was hoping to have some more work come in by now. It hasn't showed up. I just can't stretch it any further. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it. It's just... King, I've been trying to sell stuff and that, and I can't get, it's just like, I'm stuck with it. I've tried selling blocks, I've tried selling parts, I've tried selling this, and it's just like when I put it up for sale and I'm putting it up to try and quick sell it, and then people want to beat it down and still want it for nothing. I kind of look at it this way: if I'm going to give it away, I'm just going to throw it in the scrap truck and haul it all in for scrap iron and make sure it goes in the scrap truck so nobody else picks through it. It's getting about that point. So that's what I've been stressing about, is how to keep the channel going. And then I had a few say, well, if you start a Patreon account, I started the Patreon account, and you know what? Big fat zero. So I just don't know what to do anymore. And one guy I talked to, he says, hey, you're a mechanic, your vehicle should be up to tip-top shape. I've been thinking that for a long time, Casey, and it just keeps getting worse. And I just really don't know. I mean, if those 2 motors that I got done would sell, that would make a big difference. Oh, yeah, that's what I was getting to, Mike, yeah. He goes, you should be the best kept vehicle. I need the new pads and rotors for my truck now. It's metal on metal grinding. Just figured that out when I took Mama Bear for a ride last night. Yeah. Here, 2 miles away, 3 miles away, 2 weeks ago, there was a bad storm come through, and the neighbor got up at 2:30 in the morning to see his shop on fire. He lost his cars, his side-by-side lawnmower, all his farm tools, everything. Burnt the thing to the ground. 3 fire departments there, and they couldn't save it. And I guess what they were worried about, the 200-gallon fuel tank that was full. It never blew, thank God. Yeah, I did that with my woodworking. This is starting to get to be like with my woodworking. That really killed me when I started selling the tools off there. But and then last week, finally figuring out that I didn't have any insulin, that sure didn't help anything. That screwed me up. I didn't even realize I forgot. Didn't even. No, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I just really don't know what's going to come after tomorrow or what's going to go on. Things were going good, and just only takes a couple of mishaps to. Yeah, I know it's too small a town, but at the same time, we don't have the money to move on. And if we generate the money to move on by selling off what we got, it's going to be either move to live better or stay and keep making money to live. If we end up having to sell this stuff off to move, I can't rebuy this stuff a third time. Yeah, I'm kind of to the point where I would move. Mike, Carolina. So there's just nothing to move with. And Squirrel's got 2 years of school left, so yeah, that ain't going to happen. Well, I think the reason I stayed going like that, Mike, is because I was still in there and I was talking to you. Because I think as soon as I left, it died. I noticed that. I've always wondered that. That's why I stuck around. If the owner of the live video would stay in the chat and kept chatting, would it stay going? And it seemed to appear to. That might be why that happened last week, Mike. So, yeah, Mama Bear, the way things are going for her, I don't know if she's going to get out here and build a 327. So, I may end up breaking down and putting that together. So, maybe find a home for that too. Hey Fearless, how you doing? I'm doing better, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling as what to do, and yeah, most of what I've done has been word of mouth, and I just no money to advertise. I was just. Everybody knows what I'm doing out here, but yet they see a big fat guy, and that's what I'm beating. They act like I can't do nothing. And that's why I spent 22 hours working on that Denali this week and got that thing done. Craigslist has turned into a nightmare for me. All the last few postings on Craigslist, all been the robots are, we'll send you a check, you keep the extra. Out of the last few Craigslist ads I've placed, I have yet to get a real human being to respond to them. It's just like, it's nothing but spam. Marketplace, I did that once, and I could not delete the ad, and I kept getting that. Saw an old car I got rid of last year, and I could never get back to it to delete it. It's like once it goes on Marketplace, it's there forever. So, and I've tried. Word of mouth. I mean, I know enough guys with enough trucks around here that I just keep them going. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know, part of me at the same time feels like I'm chasing a foolish dream, but I know I need to switch over and start working on LS motors, but I haven't been able to go to the junkyard to pick any of those up. I think that's the thing around this area. We got a lot of old school motors around here, but I don't know. Maybe it might be the midlife crisis because Tuesday I turned 50. Yeah. I know. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting flustered with the computer. I mean, If I use the computer out here, it does pretty good. I go home and try to do anything on the computer at home. That internet sucks so bad. I'd have better luck going through the Titanic's telegraph office and probably get a better signal than what my local internet gives us in the house in town. I'm so... I just... I know if we lived out here on the farm, it would make a big difference, but at the same time, the way my dad set it up, I can't borrow any money against the farm. So anything that's built out here, well, I think the reason she smoked blue there at first, Mike, is because it was out of oil the day it died. We dumped 5 quarts in a 6-quart system, and I brought it up to add. So she was pretty much out of oil. It's the blessing on that Denali is probably a good thing it died when it did, because it would have never. It probably would have ate its cookies. And after having all that happen to it, that thing still carries 80 pounds of oil pressure. That's like dodged a bullet with that one. So. Yeah. I had a transmission found for the white truck, but things didn't work out that I was going to go do what I was going to do Friday, as I want to get that white truck fixed and sold. That would make a difference. It just yeah, kind of, Mike, kind of. I mean, I got the Trailblazer out here. I need to get that finished, and after chasing problems on the Denali, I'm going to recheck that power switch in the back to make sure it's got its 5-volt reference back there. And the problem with that all could be from the electric fan on that Trailblazer not sending out the correct voltage. So I get that new electric fan on there, the Trailblazer problems all might go away. Because I didn't realize how much all that stuff in these vehicles carry a 5-volt reference. If they don't have it, it's not working. So I got the Trailblazer to get finished, and then the Bonneville. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but Squirrel kind of wants it, but now she really don't. And so I got some painting to do on that. It just plenty of projects, just cannot get the supplies needed to finish them. So yeah, there's days I feel like I'm beating my head against a brick wall and just feel like I'm making more progress doing that than I try getting anything done. And I gotta get more insulin this week somehow. I could tell the body didn't like going without that insulin for a week. That'd be a good job done there, camper. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I've still got a 400 sitting here, and I want to get it playing with, and but yeah, that thing right there needs to be out the door. Hey, Roadside Dan. Oh no, you lost oil pressure in your 4.0. Oh, oh. Is it rattling yet? I would have known what to tell you what went wrong in that, but I didn't get that Jeep bought. I was going to get it for the kids. Oh man, that sucks, Mike. Let's see, what's this? Let's see. Yeah, Jason, me too. I mean, coming out to the shop is basically what's keeping me alive. Seriously. Went through the phase sitting in the house doing nothing, playing video games. Now I can't stand video games at all. I can't even stand staying in our house. But I'm kind of getting to the point where coming to the farm ain't much better. I thought about going drive around the lake or go sit at the lake or go do something, but then I always think it takes money for gas, and well, there is no extra. I like watching those videos, but if I was doing it myself, Mike, I don't think I could do it. I just really want to get in the vehicle and get the blank out of here for a few days, but Mama Bear's working so much and hurting, and there's just nothing to go on. Which hurts me because a lot of you guys have said because of me, hey Barry Smith, that you guys say it's because of me you're back in the shop working on your projects, or you give us a reason to get up and get moving again, which I'm glad to hear, and that's kind of keeps me going. But like I said, I'm coming out here, I've got motor sitting here, the 283, that's really close to being done, but at the same time I'm looking at why should I finish the 283, nobody's interested in it and nothing's selling, and if iron prices was up, I know what I would have done by now. What was that? Yeah. You finally get some people in there, and then the train you're trying to chase is 3 hours late. That's no fun. Yeah, we drove around, and our town celebration was this weekend, and boy, they messed that up. They moved it up 2 weeks this week, and it flopped, and it's not good. And we went up and listened to the band for a little bit, and took Mama Bear for a drive around, and oh yeah, Joe, when is that again? Remind me. As after messing myself up bad with my insulin, I'm slowly coming back. I should have known last week something was wrong with the roller coaster eyes. Yeah, I know, Fearless, and that's what my plan was this spring, is go get a few of them out of the junkyard, because they're a local junkyard. I could pick them up for $150, $200. There you go, Mike. Yeah, we went to the races, and then when I went to the June 29th. Okay. Yeah, a couple weeks. Yeah, King of Cans, that's right. These old school motors are a lot simpler to work on yet, but everybody thinks the computer's the way to go. And that's why I wanted to get down to Carolina and get those tools and start doing my own head work and prep work and all that kind of stuff, but with the way it's looking, I'm not going to get there. I just finally got decent tires on the truck, and I know there's a couple that talked about sending motors to me to have me work on them, and that hasn't come through, and I just thinking out loud. Sometimes talking to you guys just helps with that, and I don't know. I can figure out how to get a small business loan or something, but at the same time, I don't want to go that way either. And I wake up, like I keep saying in the videos, I wake up and I've got to have them $300 by tomorrow. That's my problem. $300 there, and oh, and our house electricity. That one's our house electricity. We gotta get that caught up, and I think I seen the last notice. They want $475 right now for the house. Yeah, Barry. Yes, they do. So, yeah. That's what I mean. I just don't know how. A couple of my friends said, oh, at the last minute, you always pull your butt out of it. It's not happening this time. It's not happening. And I'm finding out the crate motors this year seem to be blowing up a lot more this year. And I guess what the crate... You know what they do? They call those a race motor? They change the oil pans and reseal them and call them a race engine. They are built on daily straight driven clearances. They are not built to be spun. I know, it just... you know, I've been offering motors for sale, and Mama Bear... I know some guys, I think, were waiting for Mama Bear to build the 327 herself, and it might be gone, but Mama Bear just can't get the time, and with her leg and foot hurting... Hey, Kurt, how you doing? She just has no energy at night to come out here and do this. Or when she's got a day off, she don't want to be... Hey, Danny. Hey, how you doing, bud? Yeah, and the way things are going around here, Danny, this might be the only thing we get for a couple of weeks. I'm just having a... I'm between a rock and a hard spot, and they're starting to squeeze. No better way of putting it. Yeah, I've been talking to some of the guys around here, and everybody's already got all their crates bought and everything, and they think they're all fine and dandy. And I don't know. Just went to the car show this weekend too, down in our town. Yeah, they don't have to. The crate motors, they let them slide. I know a couple of guys, right, they're not making the guys follow the rules with the crate. They're supposed to be a 9-to-1 motor, and I know a couple of guys that had their crate motors, they checked them, they were a 10-to-1 or 10 and 5-to-1 compression. Well, that's my problem, Mike. I'd kind of like to have stuff done, so if that situation comes up and they say, hey, we need a motor, then I'd have it done. What I'm finding out is not having the stuff done, and people that have contacted me, if it ain't done and ready to go, they move on. So yeah, that's where I'm bouncing around. Or they think, oh, I can go to the parts house and get one for $1,200. You're getting a piece of junk that's going to be needing tore down in less than a year again. It just... no. Yeah, I know. I'm yeah, 1 or 2 good motor sales would make a big difference around here. Big difference. Yeah, the crate motors are going to put a lot of guys out of it. It's going to... Yeah, Joe. Yeah. And that's the reason I picked up that pickup. That was the right price, and I looked at it this way: if I don't get it fixed here soon, it's got a 6.0 motor in it that everybody wants. I could sell the motor and the wiring harness out of that truck with the computer for way more than what I paid for the truck. I would make a killing doing that. But at the same time, I kind of don't. The truck doesn't have enough miles on it to deserve to be killed. And then you give me some body work and some extra videos and get a nice truck fixed up, make it a nice truck for somebody, and they'd have good wheels for a while. But did notice, we'll move on to something about the wife's car after being repaired. Well, the truck that I got, it has to be a 4L80E. Otherwise, I got to change a whole bunch of stuff, including the wiring, I think. I'm not sure. I'm still learning about this 4L80E. What was it? What am I... Yeah, that's what I... Oh, it is a 4L80E. Okay. Huh. That would be simpler than trying to do what I was thinking about doing with mine. Well, if yours was working, I'd rather take a working transmission apart and swap the output shaft than trying to take one that's broke and put back together and make sure it works. Get my big steel bench out and make sure it's clean, lay everything out in order and put it all back, change out the output shaft and put it all back together, then it would be okay. That would work. Yeah, I still don't understand how the parts, the rebuild one was going to be about $1,000. Oh, okay. And being a motorhome, probably didn't get a ton of miles on it, did it? Yeah, I'd go outside and sit with you guys, but the wind's too strong, you'd never hear me. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot. Oh shit, that wasn't even broke in yet. At this point, I'd almost turn that truck just to a two-wheel drive just to get it moving. Oh, what bad. And I know the cat knows I don't feel good because he keeps pestering me. One of the best dang cats I've ever had. Oops, sorry. And the dog was like, hey, let me out there. You're sitting out there. Let me be out there and play. Yeah. So, Danny, how you been? You finally caught up to us with a live stream. You know, the last time I talked to you, we were down south. And oh, yeah. I say I knew I had a water close. Oh. Got wet just trying to take a drink. Okay, Fearless. Yeah, just keep me in mind. If that one was a working transmission, I'd feel more, like I said, I'd be more comfortable taking that apart. You back to fishing already? Uh-oh. You don't get much of a free time, do you? Keeps you out of trouble, I guess. Or is that one of those jobs that gets you into more trouble? Yeah, hopefully you see my message there, Greg. Okay, Fearless. I hope you seen the message on that one video you finally got up. And I guess that's where I'm getting frustrated. I'm just... I know things can go better, it just... I don't know. There's nights I wish I was, like I said, living out here. And, because it'd be nice, I'd be in here at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning doing some work. And just, yeah, I want to get up to the junkyards and get a couple of LS motors. And that, problem with those LS motors is the kits, the overhaul them. They sure don't give those away. Old school engine kit, you can pick up everything you need for $300. The LS motors, $1,500–$1,600 for an engine kit. And I haven't learned all the correct number of heads to have LS stuff around, because there's certain heads everybody's looking for. I do have a pair of G6 heads that I got off a kid. I thought I bought them really cheap, and from what I find out, I have. They're good. Guaranteed them to be fine. They're G6 heads with, God dang it, I can't remember what kind. They upgraded the valve springs and valve, so they're supposed to be good for a 600 lift cam or 500 lift. I can't remember. And they look like a brand new casting yet. Days I wonder about my cat. We have no idea how old he is, and there's days he walks around in here like he can't see stuff, but you get out the red laser light, he knows where that is. He gets you in trouble. I think I seen something flash up there, Danny, but yeah. I don't know if I could handle going out on a boat fishing. Years ago I developed a fear of dark water, and I don't know why. Pressed a kid one night. He lost the keys to his Nova, and he was about 6 foot away. The place is called Witch's Lake, of all things. Yeah, I got there and I looked over. I seen that dark water. I says, "You care how I get your car running?" He says, "No, I don't." I sat in the seat. First thing I did is I grabbed that steering wheel, busted the steering wheel lock. I had the cover panel off, the 2 bolts down. Took my pocket knife, popped the rod out of the ignition switch because it was like a 75, 76 Nova. Stuck my knife in the ignition switch, started it, put her in reverse, and we were out of there, and he just dropped his jaw. I did all that within 45 seconds. And I just put one nut on, barely enough to hold the steering column on. I wanted away from that lake. I was so freaked out, and we got in the town to the lights, and he's like, "How did you do that so fast?" I said, "I told you, I don't like dark water." And that water, there was a moonlit night, and there was no reflection off that water. I'm like, I'm out of here. 40. At one time, I could bust the steering column, drop it, and push the ignition switch in 45 seconds. Now it'd probably take me 4.5 hours to do that. So... But yeah, no, yeah, the guy, he likes those, on the 454, he likes those valve covers he's got. Yeah, Danny, if I could see land, I'd probably be okay. If I can't see land, and I was out there with you, you probably better have a padded room for me. I don't know what well, I had a dream when I was younger that I fell and hit bottom and yeah. Hey, there was an animated one in the Denali. I sat there and watched that for a while once it was playing. I can't remember the name of it now. See, the wife gets mad at me too. I've noticed that too. I seriously think next time I go to the doctor, I want to go and have him I got to find out what I got to do to get to a hearing doctor, because my hearing's getting worse. I've noticed my hearing is failing. If you're to my left side, that's good. No, it was a kid's one. She's got kids in the Denali. It was a, oh God, I ain't even going to try to say the name. It was kind of cool. Anyway, I gotta get to the hearing doctor. Yes, Don, Denali is running. And after, yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot in Camper Mike. And wife gets so mad at me. And that's another thing I found out is could be from the diabetes. But yes, the Denali. After new plugs, wires, new plug on the fuel pump. The old one, when it come off, one of the terminals was twisted, so it wasn't making good contact. And we tested the factory wire going back there for the fuel pump, and it was good. So we reconnected to that, and once we finally got the air out of the system, because I had my fuel pressure gauge up to it, and something said push the relief valve, and just as he started, it started cranking, he let off, and she just got a little bit of pressure, so I held it, and fuel finally come out, and then the next time he started, it started and went 60 pounds oil pressure. So what it was is the wire that I found in there that somebody added got nicked somewhere along in its life, turned green, had 3 strands left, which was enough to show that I had 12 volts there, but it wasn't enough to carry a current. Because when we hooked up, I said, well, just pull that yellow wire out. And he pulled it, and he's like, shouldn't I have more of this? I'm like, well, where's the rest of it? That's when we found, yeah, both ends of the wire was green. So, and with all the problems that was going on with the Denali at the time, best thing was that it died, because it was out of oil, it needed a tune-up, and then I still think there was a pin fitment issue with the computer, which is now gone. So, as for the Ford, nope, it's sitting right there. It was going to go in today, but we got too much rain this morning. And hail. What was another question? Yeah, I wish I could call it selective hearing. I'm noticing even people coming out here, and when I'm using the phone, I can't use my right ear anymore. It's my left. And the 95. I was just getting ready to rip the exhaust out of that the other night, and I looked down, cylinder number 6 spark plug wire was off. I'm like, really? I was on the outside of the dipstick, so I put it on the inside of the dipstick, and it snapped on this time. So that was the exhaust that tick that he was hearing, and I couldn't hear it. I really couldn't. And then I seen that, and oh yeah, I went back out, and she would roll the tires, and it'd fly down the gravel road. So he's happy with that. So yeah, the Denali, if it would have went another day, it probably would have ate the motor. And I'm really surprised it's got as good as oil pressure as it does right now. And I can't believe when they took it home the other day, he texted him, said it runs pretty good now, because he goes, boy, this thing's peppy. The last time I drove that Denali, it didn't impress me. But after I got done giving it a full tune-up and getting everything working and running, and that thing really scoots. So, but yeah, the Ford should have had its motor today, and I didn't get to. That'd be interesting. I think by the time those that happens, I'm going to be done turning wrenches. It'll be the grandkids doing it for me. just got warm feeling all of a sudden. And I went and got something to eat before this, so I wouldn't have to worry about that part. But was going to go to the rec center today, but Squirrel they changed her work schedule, so she wasn't going to be around, so we didn't go to the rec center. And I wanted to do a live show tonight too. Yeah, this 354 volt main, I figured the one racer would have had that sold for me by now, but nothing's happening. And that's kind of what it got me thinking too. You know, my neighbor lost his shop and lost everything. I've known guys that are well off and had everything going for them. They've dropped dead the last couple of weeks. And here's goofball me with all the issues and problems, and I'm still going. And I sit here wondering what is the purpose for me to still be here, other than entertaining you guys and grandkids and that. There's just been a lot going through my mind, and I don't know what. I don't know. Yeah, Dan, I know. That's the one good thing we got going with our house. We did get it paid off. That's the good thing. And I've kicked that idea around too. If it wasn't cost so dang much, pick our house up and move it out here to the farm and put it on a new foundation. And do that, but I don't know. Really thinking about trying to get my hands on a. We've looked into that. We got told we don't know enough. What? Okay, whatever. Yeah. I know, Jerry. I'll get it figured out somehow or another. Oh God, Mike, I remember that song, but I can't remember the. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been told a lot this last couple of weeks. I mean, that's why I'm trying to figure out how to keep going and not let you guys down. Because you guys have made it more. How do I want to say that? With you guys telling me your stories and how I've helped you guys out, it's more than just a YouTube channel. We're friends. Okay, Mike. We've made friends in that, and we kind of give each other the nudge to keep going. And yep, Dan. Yep. It was Merle, okay. And I know one of the motor builds, the guy has just completely disappeared right now, and I hope he's okay. Oh, you're okay, Carolina. 'Cause he was one that was interested in the 327, and last conversation I had with him, his world went upside down too. Haven't seen any more or heard from him, so hopefully everything's okay. It's amazing how just one or two small things can have such a big effect on everything. No, oh yeah, somebody. Okay, Dan. Put a motor in a Harley. Hey, now that'd be interesting. Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I think with the 283 too. You know, we got that Rainbow Stew. Okay. Got the old S10. Been thinking about building a roll cage style body on that and have it as a little farm mud bogger thing that we can already sail out here with. And well, don't let the oil companies know that you do that, Mike. They'll have you killed off. It's been done. That guy had it built, motor working, where it run 100 miles a gallon on water, and that's a whole different story we can get into. But yeah, bought up the rights and then killed them, killed the idea, and then when it was getting close that the patent could be opened up again, they had him knocked off. So it could be done. It's just the fact that greed runs this world. It's all about the money. It ain't about keeping the world a safe place or nothing. It's all about the money. Just a second. No! Yeah. Yeah, it's... If we could start burning water, the most plentiful thing on the planet, yeah. I don't know, Jason. I know when went to that one and met the guy in Nebraska, there were some pretty good prices on some of that stuff, and that was old, dirty, grungy stuff, and I showed up with a nice fresh motor, it'd probably make a killing. Hey Carl, how you doing? Okay, Danny, that'd be an idea, I guess. Yeah, it was a nice little 283. Haven't decided what cam I want to put in it. Oh, come on, tablet. Hey, Matt Johnson. 4.0 Jeep. I don't have any of those around. And when I was calling around, that's a hard motor to find. Oh, not too much, Gary. Just trying to keep my sanity and keep things going and moving. And I think I'm going to have to pick sanity and not moving, or moving and lose my sanity. I haven't made up my mind yet. Let's see. Now who? Oh, hey, Kenny. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Hey, Super JJ. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I've got those little stands I'm building that I could have them all rigged up to start and run. That'd be cool to be at the swap meeting and hear somebody over. Yeah. Give me a couple apple juices today. Water just wasn't cutting in, and hop don't taste good. Oh, come on, scroll up thing. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's... A friend of mine, you got cleanup days around here. Whatever you Yeah, that would be a real attention getter. Everybody would be over there going, what the heck's that running? Cleanup days, and we got a town up here that's basically being overtaken, and the little towns around it. Well, the Mexicans have figured out, oh, there's free scrap metal. My buddy drove around trying to find stuff for us to use out here and that. They had it all cleaned up already. Must be the wind blowing the door. So yeah, he didn't get to get any scrap metal for us. We used to get some good stuff. That one year we brought 6 loads out from town. That was a pretty good year. And our town this year started a new roll. Well, Mike, my oldest is figuring out, I always warned her, what you do to your parents is what your kids will do to you. And boy, is she finding out. And if you figure it out, let me know, because, yeah. Well, my oldest is back to work too. She found a part-time job, which is good. Into that apple juice didn't taste good. Oh, yeah, I got somebody. Yeah, somebody said something about this 396. I should put that on. Oh God, I'm gonna get it wrong. It's out of a '65 Chevelle manual tranny, red Chevelle. The numbers matching car is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa area. The guy didn't want the numbers matching motor back to his car. It's a steel crank 2-bolt main with the great big valved heads and oval ports, I think they are, and they're closed chambered heads. So yeah. You freaked out cars last time you used your grill? Were you sending smoke signals or something there, camper? That sounds good, some grilled food, but yeah, I know. The numbers matching thing, yeah. This 396, I want to kind of build it, but unfortunately it needs to. Oh. We had a brand new grill one time, and burn rubber the sheet. Well, Carl, you get down here. I got plenty of motors around or whatever. Well, anyway, back to the brand new grill one time we bought. Used it twice. Come home after church. Lit the grill. And I think it was before we had Crystal or Squirrel. My oldest comes and says, Dad, something wrong with grill. I'm like, well, I just lit it. And she goes, no, something wrong. Because she was little. She would have been about 2, 3. I walk out and I stepped in where the back entrance used to be, and I looked. I'm like, oh my God. There's flames coming out from under the grill and it's right next to the house. And I went running out there and reached down, turned the tank off, and brand new grill, the 3rd time using it. We don't know what happened because all the knobs melted off it, and that. It's a Sunday afternoon. I can't remember the name of the. I called the 1-800 number. My God, I got somebody to answer. Told them what happened. They sent me everything to rebuild the grill with all brand new parts. And they said, let us know if you have any more troubles than that. And I'm like, yeah, that was a heck of a way to start the barbecue. So, yeah, about burnt the house down the regulator. Yeah, I've had a couple of regulators stick or something, or no, that was the wife and the off bug spray. Well, another friend of ours. My sweatpants when my wife met me that I wore were pretty holy. They sprayed an area of my body. Well, my buddy sprayed the area of my body with the bug spray, being a smart butt. And the wife flicked her Bic, and yeah. The song Chestnuts Roasting Over an Open Fire comes to mind. And they're like, oh my god, it's flammable! Oh, yeah, that stuff's flammable, guys. Off bug spray is very flammable. Don't ask me why, how I know why. Yeah. I paid him back. You know, you could unscrew a car. Yeah, that was flick back, boom. I paid him back. I unscrewed the car antenna off the car, and he was being a little smart mouth. I whipped him with that once, and boy, that got his attention. Oh yeah, window washer stuff. I found out the hard way that stuff's flammable too. I'm like thinking, I was torching on a car one day, and I had a couple gallons of windshield washer fluid. Hey, that's ain't nothing. Something caught fire underneath the dash, so I'm like thinking, I'll just put her. I sloshed that in, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't lose the car. I did get it put out, but that's when I found out and started. Did you know there's an alcohol content in that dang windshield washer fluid? Yeah. That got my attention. Then my nephew walking across the farm, he come casually walking carrying 2 buckets, and he went walking back with 2 buckets of water. He did it again, a little bit faster pace. He said, you got a problem out there? He says, no, I'm okay. Alright. I sent him out there to cut a set of leaf springs out of the back of the old Camaro I was parting out. The 3rd time he's come, I said, you got a problem? Well, yeah. And I walked out to see what, and then you see the smoke start rolling out of that old Camaro, and he says, like, yeah, I caught the back seat on fire. I'm like, oh no. So Dad hopped on the tractor and started filling up the 50-gallon drum, and he's running back, get back there. And what he done is not thinking, where is the wheel in a Camaro? It's right under the back seat, and he was just being bored, so he went to torch a hole, started the underneath side of the seat on fire, car's on its side, couldn't get back in there. Yeah. It was a Camaro that had a rear window defog in it. The only one I've ever seen with a rear window defogging. He felt bad because finally we had to upright the car, so he get in there and put the dang fire out. Well, the heat got to the window, threw a pail of water on it, and well, it shattered. But at least then we could get to the fire and put it out. My nephew's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, that's just a parts car, don't worry, it wasn't no loss. He said, yeah, I won't ever do that again. So he didn't. He never torched under a seat until he took the seat out after that. Yeah, it just... And that's the kind of days I miss, is having family around and doing stupid stuff like that. And we had a little racetrack around the Grove there for a while, and yeah. Now it's a cornfield again. But tell me, very bad connection. Yep, the good old days. See, my dad fought where this shop is sitting. He fought me on putting this up here. And finally, we got him moved off the farm, and yeah, yeah. Oh, the welding shop one time, they were using paint can lids off your spray cans. They'd been drinking one night, and they started out with paint cans and acetylene. They'd set that on the bench, hold it up, fill it full of acetylene, and then put a hot metal rod up there, see who could launch the paint can lid through the ceiling. It's all dirt tracks around here, Fearless. Anyway, they got bored with that. So then they got thinking, let's fill this old wagon inner tube with acetylene. I know he will, Kurt. I know. So they filled this wagon inner tube with acetylene. They're like, okay, now what are we going to do with this? There's a burn pile out back behind the welding shop. So they go out and light it, and they're like, okay, who's going to be the crazy sucker to put this inflated tube of acetylene on that fire? One of them says, hey, we got the rope here. So they tied a 100-foot rope to the inner tube, kept circling it until they finally pulled it up on there. And they went fly. They got it up on there, they dropped the rope, and they went flying up to the shop, and they just waited. When the fire department showed up, the sheriff's department showed up, they thought the grain elevator in town had exploded. They were looking for the explosion that happened. Those guys were hiding in the shop, refused to come to the door, cops beating on it. I know you're in there. And they're all like, oh, shit. What was burning as the burn pile, there, when that inner tube exploded, there was nothing left. There was no trace of any fire. And the fire department's down there looking over the elevator. Yeah. The cop waited for him to leave the shop for about 2 hours and finally left. And they were sober by then. And they said, we got to get the hell out of here. So they all got snuck out and zigzagged their way around and got out of there. Next day, the cop shows up. All right, which one of you guys did that? Did what? They tried playing dumb, but yeah, they had the fire department, the sheriff's department, and everybody down there thinking the grain elevator exploded. They never found the rope because they just dropped it off the truck, and they never found the rope. So who knows where that went? But yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't like acetylene. And here I got a acetylene bomb sitting right behind me. So yeah. Some high schoolers one time over in the little town of Lytton, you know, they come around demonstrating, and there's high schoolers, you're not thinking with your heads in high school, I'll tell you that. They blew a balloon up, and they blew the shop doors and all the windows out of the shop over there. Yeah. Shop instructor reached for the door, and the door went by him. Yeah. Those kids got lucky. All they ended up with some bleeding eardrums and busted eardrums, and probably still got a ringing in their head, but yeah. Yeah. Sergeant Schultz is standing there. I know nothing. Oh, then one time you know the stove paint that you paint when we used to have wood burning stoves and that, and you didn't want that galvanized pipe, you wanted the black, and they had the stove paint for that. I had a can of that stuff that went bad. It was about 3/4 full. And our old burn pit was down by the old hay barn. And I still see that day. I could see my neighbor walking up the road. I'm back there burning garbage. And the next thing I know, there is this great big 150, 200-foot fireball just rolling. That can of spray paint exploded and shot up. Thank God it went up and not out. And my neighbor said she could feel the heat down at the corner. I was looking at the hay shed waiting for it to burst into flames because I'm watching the flames just roll, and I'm like, oh, Dad's going to kill me. She come up and she goes, "What was that?" I said, "I don't know." And the fire burnt down. And I said, "I think I know what it is now. That was that paint can." Oops. Yeah. Scared. I used to have bad trouble when I was a kid. I had Dad, he'd be coming up the road and one thing, the whole farm was on fire because I was out there burning something. Ford catching on fire? Hey, you're giving me an idea here. No. We're this close. It's going to go in and do him good, and he can enjoy it, and I can get it out of my yard. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, that's what I'm going to keep going this week, and yeah, you know, if that truck had any rust on it, I would have told him to kill it. But having a rust-free vehicle with no damage on it, it's a hard thing to. Well, the new Fords, all you got to do is scoop them up and put them in a 5-gallon bucket, and you can carry them home because they all melted down and rain down the shoulder when they catch fire. Oh, and speaking of fire, we had a semi catch fire. The tractor caught fire, and the guy was quick enough. He got the tractor disconnected from the trailer and had it pulled away, but sounds like the tractor went up in flames. I don't know what he had for a load that he thought it was worth his life to get it moved, but he got her moved and got out of it. So yeah, that inner tube explosion, that'd be like using about 20 pounds of tannerite to blow up something. Hey, if that Ford catches fire, as long as it's in his possession, yeah, I don't care. I'm ready to have it out of here, that's for sure. That is for sure. Real nice looking breeze outside. Let's see, ever missed anything? It's been a while since we had any Fords burn around here. They mostly get run over lately. I'm pretty sure the Ford's going to go good. Let's see. I'll show you guys. I didn't realize. I think I've put more back on it than what I brought it in here with. I mean, I got the vacuum lines here basically ready to hook up. Pretty sure. Well, maybe that ain't the one. No, that's bigger. I've got some of them on. This one I remember fighting. Now I don't know if I'm going to regret putting that on or not, but that thing goes around it, then gets squeezed together so you can hook up to it. So yeah, I got the flywheel. I got, after we get it off the stand, I gotta get the rear seal in it and the front seal and the harmonic on it, and then the only thing I got left, the torque or the tensioners for the chains. Get those torqued, and then they can go out and go in that truck. I'm ready for it to be gone. And then my goal for the week is the Ford gone and the 454 gone. Is what I want this week. Because the little Colorado guy was back. P0446 EVAP code. I gotta look that up again. I think it was a leak. Thought it was the vent solenoid I put on. Well, I tested it. It will seal, and it puts a vacuum to the fuel tank. You shut the truck off and turn the key back on and sit there and watch it, and the vacuum just disappears. And then we took the gas cap off, and you can see his gas cap is letting dust in to the filler neck because his filler neck was full of gravel road dust. So I said, put a new gas cap on, we'll test that again. Then his heater blower was only working on high. I get under the dash, somebody's already replaced that, and it looks like when they use the butt connectors with the heat shrink, looks like the wires are arcing in there because I wiggle them around. Now it works on all the selections. So he wants me to fix that. So what I'm going to do there is I'll pull that down, and I'll sit there with my little butane soldering iron, solder the wires together, and heat shrink them, put it back up, and then he shouldn't have any more problems. When I can, I use the little butane soldering iron to put the wires back together, because that's what I did in the Denali, is those are all soldered back together. So that's what sign? I missed it. So yeah, I guess we get a training for the 3/4 ton and get that converted over to work. We'll have the 3/4 ton going, and the two inner rocker, the inner rocker panels and the outer rocker panels and the cab corners for that truck aren't that bad price. Oh, I didn't. That's what I hate about using my tablet. Sometimes I don't see the comments until somebody points them out, because they flash up and then they disappear. Yeah. Speed limit 65. Fords, do the best you can. Yeah. If it's got tires and another body part, it's going to cost you. I don't care what you do. Oh man. So, yep, we got our big town celebration ends tonight, even though that they didn't have anything go. We got fireworks tonight about 10 o'clock or so. I've got a lot of 400. I've got a lot of parts around here just now, and need to find a home for them. Be interesting to take Mama Bear's supposed 327 and fix that up and give it to the race guy once and let him go run that and see how it does. See, they say maximum cubic inch limits. They haven't got a cubic inch minimum limit yet that I know of. But even though they say that you're supposed to use, well, there we go. It's got to be a 350 casting on the block. Well, that's a 350 block that I'm putting a 327 guts in. So, hey, there we go. Didn't say I couldn't do that, right? That's one way of getting around, bending the rules in our favor. Yeah, I think that's the thing too. I need to get a card put together and show how the thing runs. It would make a big difference. Oh yeah. Well, you're going to see the paint job. Before it's burning up. Hey, Matt, I didn't see you sneak in here. Paint job. So I can get my hands on that, get the paint primer and that, and then I want to get that car painted. And my old brown Monte Carlo, the one I've told stories about, I've got it back. I'm about ready to pull that up here by the shop and see what I can start doing to it. Because then I would take one of these 400 blocks and duplicate my 377 all over again and remind people how much fun that was around here. The old cop that was after me back then, he's no longer a cop, so I'm safe. Oh, come on, you darn thing. Oh, you're still working on the Tahoe? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know how it didn't happen to me, but the kids get my old Tahoe. I got to drop the fuel tank in that and put a new fuel pump in that for them, too. I guess the people that worked on my Tahoe bent the metal fuel line, and it's finally broke, and it's spraying gas all over the... Yeah, I got my old Monte Carlo. I'd like to put that back together. And the last time I had it at the drag strip, they told me if I ran that fast again the next week, I was going to have to put a cage in it. Yeah, I was too stubborn back then, and so now the car's completely gutted. I think if I do build it, it's going to have a cage in it. And yes, gas is... Well, actually, our gas dropped to 271. It was up to 280. It's down to 271. And, well, and as much of it's on the high pressure, so it's more of a fog. So somebody 10 foot away with a cigarette could set it off, and it's right on top of the fuel tank. Not a good place. And it's not repairable, so which that's okay. I think the thing Tahoe needs a new the fuel pump for that is like $60. That's where the downfall of having that 6.2 Denali is. That fuel pump was $400 or better. I'm like, brrr. $240? I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. So yeah, Jason, I've got a lot of stuff I want to do. It's just right now I am stuck dead in the water. I'm just like sitting on a boat with no paddles, oars, or even a paper book to start paddling with. That's what's kind of driving me. 315 over there, Craig? Holy moly. Now who? Oh, just a second. Yeah? I'm doing my live show. I think it's down in the basement because you'll have to go in the basement and open that faucet going out the north wall there. So, I don't know if it's a faucet or it's just a little turner. It's the blue line going out the north side of the house. And I think I put the hose, it's either back there by the stereo stuff or it got put either on the landing going down in the basement or it's down in the basement. Alrighty. Kids come and steal water. I know, Greg. I razzed the Fords and that. I've owned them. I had a couple of nice ones. Yeah, I can say I had a couple of nice Fords. But unfortunately, Ford has made me walk more than any of my GMs or Chryslers. Drove home 26 miles on a flat tire with an old Plymouth Fury 3 once. Well, by the time I got home, I just had the rim left. And I took gravel the whole way. And everybody's like, oh, you ruined that rim. I had a tire machine at the time. I took it off, threw a new tire on it, and we went back out and raced some more hell with it. One night we were going to the races with that old Plymouth, and tire blew out. And the farmer that helped us out, luckily he had a spare for Chrysler with the same size tire on. He says, oh, you guys can have it. I was trying to figure out who was driving the 2-cylinder John Deere coming down the road, and we're like, what? He says, that tire flopping back there sounded like a 2-cylinder John Deere running down the road. I'm like, really? So we threw that tire on and we drove that for about 4 nights before it let loose. We were hard on tires back when we were younger. Some of the cars I had, I wish I would have kept. Jeez. I'm not even sure about that, Carl. I'm not sure about that. Listen. Uh-oh. I got a feeling kids woke up the kid, Mama Bear. Bias pie tires. Oh, I learned the hard way not to mix bias and radial tires. Woo. Especially in a panic stop situation. I had the radials on the, what was it, radials on the front? I don't know, all I know is I had to hit the brakes hard on my 76 Monty and the ass end passed us, so yeah. We got home, we changed those other two tires and got radials all the way around it. God, the stupid stuff I've done over my life. It's amazing I'm here to talk to you guys about it. But, that's why it's getting warm in here. The wind blew the door shut. There is a nice cool breeze coming in out here. Oh yeah. Anybody else want one of these yet? Got one in the mail, and I've got some more of these to go. And the way I'm shipping them, it's going to be $36 total for one. So I got those yet. I got 7 left. Yeah, that's what I'll do tonight. Sit there and maybe try a couple of Craigslist ads or something, see if I can find something for this to go. Oh, I know. Looking back there, one of my motors looked like it was sitting there cockeyed. I'm like, why? I remember. I moved it. Well, Carl, I'll save one for you for when you get here. Then you can just take it back across with you. It was in your toolbox when you came over. Yeah. Yeah. Like how much water? Oh, wonderful. Is it clean water, dirty water, or what? Oh, wonderful. We had that heavy rain this morning, and the back of the roof is leaking. So yeah, it probably all washed in. So. Okay, come back, and there's a little about. Oh, if you're standing at where that wall comes in, it should be about straight up from there. It's right up on the floor joist. It's the only blue line. See it? Huh? The water's all right there where it is. Oh, great. Well, what's the line going out the side of the house? I mean, it's the only line that goes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a little tough to turn. Well, is it straight up and down right now? Okay, what do you mean by side to side? Is it going with the line now? It's going with what? Oh, up and down like that? It needs to lay down and be straight in line with the pipe. It's only the blue one. There's only one line that goes out the north side of the house. So maybe it did. Well, that would be for the kitchen sink. Yeah, it's only the blue single line going out the north of the house that you got to worry about. Right. Okay, the wall that's down there at the north end by the hole, there should be one. That line comes straight through the side of the house, then it kind of angles off. Yes, well that blue line going over to the blue line that goes to the kitchen sink, you come back out on that a little bit, and that's where the valve is to turn on for the outside. If it's yeah, if it's standing straight up and yeah, unless you go try the spigot in case it didn't get shut off. Okay, well then yeah, that's the one that you got to turn, and then you'll have water. Alrighty. Bye. There's only one blue line going out the side of my house with a shut off. Then she just informs me we got water in the basement. I'm like, great. Yeah, you bought the tools and can, throw the box away. Yeah, that's right. Turn the engine off. Yeah, they want some more water for the kids' pool. And she says, yeah, your drain hole that you say that is for draining water. Well, we just had a heavy downpour this morning. And then the back of our house, where the addition is no longer funnels the water away. So all that rainwater has gone into our basement. Luckily, it hasn't rose in the basement, but it's filled the 3-foot hole. And yeah. I just can't do it all anymore. My wife and I are trying to figured out how to. We got an estimate for having the house finished and the roof fixed, but the bank says, well, find out something that we can put for collateral and we'll give you the money. And so yeah, I don't know what we're going to do yet. Oh, that's nothing I can take care of, Mike. It's just water. The rainwater's come in and it's washed the mud down, and it's muddy, murky, and I mean, it's down in the hole, but it's covering the hole, so it's probably about 1 inch or 2 deep down there. So there's nothing I can do. That's why I really. That's why I want to get out of that house. My old wood shop, I can't even bring myself to go up that building anymore. I can't even go in there, and there's stuff I need to get out of that building, but I can't even go in there. I can't even go clears. Yeah. Yeah, and it's strange that that hole's holding water, because when we made that hole, as soon as we made it, the water ran through. So I got to fill in the water table, even though it seems to be dry. The water table is. Yeah, man, I've thought about that, and it just doesn't seem like anybody really wants. I would get more help from the YouTube community than I will around here. And I know a lot of guys out there would like to help right now, but distance and time and everybody's working, it just. Yeah, I know. June's almost over. Everything I wanted to be working on by now ain't happening. I just. Yeah, I would. Yeah. What? Okay. No, there won't be. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. Right. And it doesn't leak. Alright. Alrighty. Hey, bye. Oh. Yeah, I was in the middle of nowhere. Oh boy. Kurt, you said that. Well, Blake, I'm trying to fix my house, finish my house that I started on years ago before my health went bad, and uh, it just it's becoming too much. Garden hose water goes this way, and it was going to go into a barrel. I just okay, Craig. Sorry. That would be fun, Mike. Well, Blake, yeah, I can't do ladders anymore. I can't. My legs and feet aren't good enough for that, and that's my problem. My heart wants to do it, but the body's not letting me. And the wife just like I said, everything I'm trying to do is coming unraveled, and it's coming unraveled fast. Oh, well. I know, Blake. I know. There's a lot of people out there who would like to help, but distance and everything's just... In the end, I think I'll be the last man standing. Sorry for the silent. It just things are just getting to be more than I can handle. I know, Matt. But you both got to be on the same page, though. That's fine, Mike. That's right. So yeah, I guess I'll kind of warn everybody now. After tonight, it might just be the Sunday night shows you see because I've got a miss. With everything, I could end up being alone. So yeah. It's okay, Mike. Not much. It's been this. It just. The UFO rodeo show? UFO show? I don't know. Yeah, we got water in the basement, like you said, and the wife's convinced it's from the sewer, not the rain, and it's not from the sewer pipe. Um, I'm just fighting a war from all directions, and I'm caught in the middle from everything. And all right, Carolina man, have a good one. See you later. At least it didn't come out saying wide wife, and then she'd really beat you. You take care. I got the scanning app, but I don't have the equipment that would show up at night. And last night when we were out here checking stuff, that was a nice, beautiful, clear night. And you could see stars and everything. Now, funny that you bring that up, a couple of nights ago off in the eastern sky, I'm rolling off as the afterburners from a jet, but there was some kind of funky light off in the eastern sky the other night. And a few years before Obama, the fighter jets used to practice over us. After Obama, the skies been quiet. But the other night, yeah, it looked like afterburners up in the sky late at night. So, but you couldn't hear the planes, but you could see it. Yeah, 5:30 this morning we had some pretty good clunky hail because it woke me up, and I got out here. I got a catch barrel. I catch rainwater for the dog and the cat, and it was almost empty yesterday. And that thing is about 10 inches deep, and that's just I know coming off the roof you're going to have more water. But hey Greg, it almost filled that barrel. Oh, that's right, Barry. You're not that far away. I forgot that. We almost was up there in Sioux City yesterday. Oh, Blake, when I was younger, there was a lot of weird stuff that used to happen out here. And the neighbors here was with us one night. A colored light floated above the cornfield. And if we'd walk towards it, it'd go further away from us. If we just stood there, it would just kind of hover and move around in one spot. So yes, there's been some weird stuff in this area. Had a cousin swore up and down he almost ran into a UFO on the gravel road one night, but he was a drunk. Oh, cool. Hey Judy, how you doing? 3.5 hours of work on that wine. Holy moly. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm a ET phone home, yeah. Well, batteries. Yep. Oh, that's no fun. Hey Ryan, how you doing? That's good, Greg. Glad you got those together. Yeah. Having nice open skies is good. How'd your job interview go, Ryan? I seen you post something about going to another one the other day. Let's see. Oh, good. See, we had the heavy rain this morning, and then 2 nights ago we had some crazy storm. All was just sudden just roll in. That was Friday night. Yeah, so Friday and today we've had some pretty good rains. And yeah. Oh, welcome back, Kurt. You got another project started. Cool. I've got too many projects started. I just got to get them finished. I'll get them there. Oh, okay. You're still fighting over your paint job there, huh? Nah, jeepers, Ryan. I'm trying to get lined up to get a paint job done and get that old Bonneville running, and the squirrel ain't going to want it. I want to sell it. Oh, okay, Greg. I've heard about that, Blake, and I won't go watch it. Yeah, well, when I painted the parts for the Tahoe when I owned it, I put them on and painted them here in the dirty shop, and they come out pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, especially after a wet sand, and it wasn't too bad. Okay, which one you getting ready to paint? The truck or the car? I can't remember what you working on. I have a hard time remembering what I work on some days. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know you're working on the truck, Ryan. I was talking to Greg. Oh, you did give him away there, Mike? I know you were talking about it. I didn't know if you actually went through or not. Yeah, Barry, that'd be cool. I thought back in January we were going to meet a couple of YouTubers, but that fell through. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that's the best way to do it. Now, squirrel can make all the noises. You won't have the birds squawking now. And like I said, hopefully it dries up. I wonder what tomorrow's forecast is. And like I said, I want the Ford out of here. At least get it in and underneath the hood of that truck and most everything hooked. Oh, it's supposed to be stormy and rainy tomorrow. Partly cloudy, showers in the afternoon, thunderstorms. And it's going to be 87, so yeah. Had a nice cool day. We could have done that motor today. Like I said, I get it under the hood of that and if he gets all the starter stuff and all that hooked up, that'll be great. Speaking of that, I think before we put the flywheel on the motor, we're going to stick it on that torque converter and make sure it ain't offset, because I can't remember. Oh, got the 6 done too. Okay. Find more damage than you thought on the Tahoe, or what happened there, Matt? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to find some paying projects. Keep things going. Yeah, I mean, we had a good. The 350s were a dang good motor. Look how many millions of those things were out there, and they're still running. They're still. Oh, okay. Yeah, so have you got to try out your welder yet? Or have you just done bolt-on stuff so far? So the thing you were looking for a fender for that, weren't you? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that active fuel management stuff is just... Now I see GM's talking about putting 4 cylinders in their pickup. Really? Come on. Somebody told me, or somebody said something about Ford's going to stop making V8s completely. Or was it? I can't remember. Yeah, I don't get that. It's kind of stupid if they're shutting the oil off to make the valve not open. Did they remember to shut the fuel off that cylinder? Otherwise, you're just pushing gas right out the... Yeah. Yeah, what were those 6-cylinder motors that used to make the big sandblaster, portable sandblasters out of the big air pump, big air compressors? They ran them on 3 cylinders, and the other 3 cylinders were just basically an air compressor. I actually had one of those back in the day. Guy stole it from me. I was busy at the time, and I didn't want to fix it. He was going to fix it. He fixed it all right. Fixed it to the point when the sheriff went to go get it for me, it was gone. Then he denied ever having it. Oh, really? Okay. That's what I need. Build a big air compressor. Hook it up to my impact to see how long it lasts. Play with a little fire. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I look back now when I kind of see why my dad cussed at me, but I don't know, it was fun. You got the old belt going from the tractor to your elevator to run the corn up in the corn crib. I used to go over there and play with that thing. He used to yell at me, "Don't do that, you're going to get wrapped up in that." You know. That's right, Jason. What happened to your big air compressor, Matt? That'd be a fun, handy little motor to have around, Greg. I thought your big air compressor was working and it die on you, or what happened? Because if you need a new pump, I got one here for an oil. Oh, you need 220 to run it? I was going to say, I got it. If your motor, yeah. I remember the days trying to run a DA with those little air compressors. And as I got older, I understood it wasn't the sander's fault. It was the fact that Dad wouldn't get a good air compressor out here. 40 hours later, you're still sanding on a piece that should have taken you 10 minutes to do it, but you got it. Oh. Yeah, it's amazing how the tool technology has changed, and if you would have told me years ago that it would take a computer to fix a car, I'd have called you a liar. Well, if I had a better air compressor, I'd sure bring it to you, Matt. I got a pump, but if you ain't got 220, that ain't pump wise. You'd be okay, but I guess you still won't be able to use it. Oh, read valves. Oh, wow. Okay. At least the battery's holding up tonight. Had a pretty good crowd in here so far. Yeah. Updating software and that. Yeah, that oilless compressor, everybody custom. But I've had for that one there, that I figured out it's about 17 years old. Up until last year, that's the first real trouble I had with it. Just looking here at this 400, if I get that mocked up and these pistons work with what they're there, that big cam was going to put in the 283, which is too much cam. Put it in this 400. Have a one to go. We'll make her thump. Hey Terry, how you been? Long time no see. Yeah, I've been doing some looking and dreaming in the catalogs. And this is, I think this is the place I'm going to go through to get my party panels. I know, Carl, you say you can make them, but I get things straightened away. I gotta get something done, get it sold. Let's see if I can find them in here. Well, so let's see. Oh yeah, they're not bad prices. Okay. All right, Matt. You take care and have a good one. Stay safe. Now that's for the regular. That's the regular cab truck one. Well, actually. So yeah. There's a guy on the YouTube. It's called Velvet Hammer. He used this company, and it's hard to believe how long ago he done that, and he done a good job. There's still no rust showing up. Well, catalogs. This used to be the good used to be the toilet paper. All the cab corners here, or the rockers here, 43. For a well-done one here is $33.90. Hey CJ. For a well-done one, that's what I'll actually use, is the well-done. And let's see, 71C is... And the inner rockers are like 39 bucks, so not bad. I've used the old Browns of Two Rivers over the years too. Most of their stuff always showed up bent, damaged, so. Yeah, we're just kind of killing time tonight, and yep, the old Sears catalogs. Yep. Okay, good, Carl. Oh, come on, scroll up, you thing. Yeah. Trying to see if how Browns compares. No, I don't have a Sonoma to worry about anymore. No. Too old. Well, maybe Browns ain't gonna have what I want. Oh, they did make it through the fire. I wasn't even going to ask you about those because I figured, yep, they're gone. Cool. Glad you were able to save something there, Carl. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, that's not. Huh, maybe Browns don't. They got to have them for pickup. I'll be dang. Yeah, I've seen 28 pop up there once. I don't know. I know everybody's got problems and that, and sometimes, like I don't know. I try. I only can do what I can do. Hey, that'd be one way of doing it, Carl. Oh. Oh man. Well, you'll have to you'll have to figure out how to do pedals, and then you can put a motor in your truck. And actually, I don't see where the Browns has the body panels for what I'm looking for. They got them for the Yukon and that. Huh. So Jeremy, how's Jerry been? I haven't heard nothing out of him in a while. Oh, the Suburbans and that. Don't look like Brown's going to have what I want. What can Brown do for you? Nothing. Yeah, I need new knees. Broke when delivered, yep. Oh, now dang it, they show them on the front cover just so. I might be blind as a bat. I'm deaf, blind. Let's see. Chevrolet. Cobalt. Pickup. Oh, 116 to 119. They don't have very many pages of it, that's right. Oh, they got it under the... okay, well, maybe. They got it under the... Oh, Silverado, GMC, Sierra, and Tahoe, Suburbans, Yukons, and all that. Okay. Ew, Browns is more expensive. They are a lot more expensive. About, one part about 20 bucks difference, the other one about $4 difference, so. Ooh, big difference on the rocker panels. Yeah. Oh, I bet she does. That Mills is looking a lot better already. As Mills, let me look at that again quick. Let's see, where is it? Come on. Okay. Mills two-door inner rocker is, where is that? $43, and it's a lot. Oh, that's, yeah, 43 in the rocker. I guess rockers are low. There you are. Let's wait. I would do that, Greg, but I don't know if I got the pay. I don't think I got the patience in me to form anything. Let's see what time of night is this. Okay. I ain't got too much to put away today. I didn't do much. Yeah, it's cheaper and quicker. I got all the stuff to do it. It just I don't have the English wheel and metal stretchers and all that, but I could make a square box. Oh. There's another unfinished project there. But gotta have a hoist to use that one. That was the oversized transmission lift and whatever else. Gas. It could have worked for gas tanks and all that. So. Cool. Yeah, that inner reinforcement panel is not in. Hi, Sean. How you doing? Yeah, I've looked at those. And that reinforcement panel, yeah, they are not listed anywhere. You got to end up making that piece if you want to put it back in. You really should put it back in, but I know a lot of trucks, a lot of videos where the guys have just replaced the inner and outer and called it good and then put that reinforcement back in. Oh, so you can actually find them. Okay. That makes sense. It really does. It makes sense now. Hey, Barry, you still in here? What part of Sioux City are you on? The east, west, or north side? Oh, wow. Well, that ain't bad, Matt. I know it's spinny, but it's not bad. I guess what I'm trying to do, I worked in the junkyard long enough. I've destroyed enough cars. I'm trying to fix a few of them before I leave this world. Which is kind of crazy, but... yeah, well, like I said, if it ain't too bad tomorrow, get that Ford moved up here, get the old tractor fired up, and set that motor in. Yeah, Judy, I'm glad you will, because I know he wasn't feeling good the last time I talked to him, so hopefully he's doing okay. Well, I did find out the race the other night he finished 12th or 13th. So he actually made it through the race if he finished 12th or 13th. I think he's still trying to figure out the car, so that's better than a DNF. So I haven't heard from him, so I'm kind of taking no news as good news. Excuse me. I don't want to jinx him because the night I went to the races, he blew a shock. So I haven't gone to the races, and he's finishing races. Oh, all right, Jason. Thanks for being. Jeepers. Thanks for stopping by, Jason. Who knows? Could wake up a millionaire tomorrow. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, too late to buy a ticket, so I guess that ain't happening. Oh. The Ford is pretty much settled up, and I did get some more out of the big block, which that's the unfortunate thing. Some of these projects have been settled up for. It just... things kept coming up, and I kind of wondered if he wasn't going to find those spacers for the 454, because he really oh man, that sucks, Terry. I'm good. So yeah, that's the thing. For a long time I been robbing from Peter to pay Paul to keep things going, and yeah. But at the same time, you can't sell it if you ain't got it. That's why I'm trying to get these motors done to get them sold, but stuck. Yeah, this weather's been strange. I mean, you don't get a nice gentle rain up around Mason City, Iowa, and north of Waterloo. They're all... thought it knew better, yeah. They got flooded last night in the rain. Okay. This is going to look weird, but since... I would have told you to message that to me, but I see YouTube's taking that away from us. There. Let's see if they come out. That's for the extended cabs? Okay. Good. Thank you. Because I want to get my good truck I drive every day fixed too. Which I got to get the brakes on that, and the pieces I got here to replace that were under warranty, and But since I didn't get that done and get those sent back, the warranty's off, which that's fine. They're cheap enough. So yeah, I got rockers on that, cab corners on that, and the gray truck. And want to see the summer's running out. I was planning on having that gray truck tore apart and transferring everything over to the frame. But before I do that, I'm ready to take all the brake lines, everything off that frame. I'm either going to have it blasted, or I'm just going to clean it the best we can and give it a good power washing and strip it and then paint it and then put it together. The frame will outlast the body then, so and get that truck all put together. And excuse me. Oh, dang. I had some rocker panels found for my gold truck. And asked the guy if they were still for sale. I would have ran down and got them that day because they only wanted $50 for two brand new ones. But they were brand new in the box. Got a little, I mean, the little Vapor rust I got, they would have been cleaned just like new. And he never got back to me. And about 3 days later, he marked them sold. He must have had somebody else coming for him and waited. But I was out driving around that day. I would have swung down and got them. And I would have had my rocker panels, but I don't know. Would have been a big money saver for me. Oh, Mama Bear, that I started to talk about that. Her car is running a lot better. It's amazing. Yeah, you're keeping busy out there, Greg. Tell my nephew, hey, let me come out there, stay with you. But I think he's almost out on the ocean there. I can't remember the town he's in. Well, I guess I'll ask her. See what I get for a response. Oh, I bet you she's doing that. Oh, yeah. I bet you she's got it. By the time they're going to go off with fireworks, she's probably got to go lock the store. Woohoo! Yeah. All the good stuff always have the good prices to go with it. Well, 427. Woohoo! That would have been fun. That would have been fun and real fun. I think you should get up and scoot. Well, I see the numbers are dropping off, and if she says yeah, she wants to go to the fireworks, or I don't know, kids working now. Okay, I'm back because all of a sudden my tablet said, okay. It said, all of a sudden popped up finish. I'm like, huh, what? Alright, Judy, yeah. Yeah, I suppose I better be, in case she texts back and says, yeah, she wants to go. See, it's starting to get dark here. You sent me a video. Ah, hey. I think you did, Carl. Hey, I think you got it figured out, buddy. It came through. So, anyway, everybody, I guess just keep watching the channel, and if I can, I'll post something. And yeah, thanks, Matt, and thanks for those numbers there. Yep, and thank you, Kurt, and thank everybody. So, yep. So, well, I guess I better get out of here and get the stuff locked up and go from there. So, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Y'all take care and have a good one, and we'll see you when we see you. So, alright. That's what I should stick to. No more Fords. Alright. Thanks, everybody. And see you later, Terry. Thanks for coming in.